Hey there, today let's dive into the incredible power of prayer as seen in the Bible. Prayer isn't just about asking for things, it's about connecting with God, aligning our hearts with His, and witnessing His transformative power in our lives. Let's start with Daniel. Remember Daniel in the lion's den? Daniel was thrown into a den full of hungry lions because he refused to stop praying to God. He didn't know if he would survive, but he trusted in God's power. And what happened? God shut the mouths of the lions and Daniel emerged unscathed. His unwavering commitment to prayer saved his life and demonstrated God's miraculous protection. Next, let's talk about Hannah. Hannah was deeply distressed because she couldn't have children. She poured out her heart to God in prayer, asking for a son. Her prayer was so intense that the priest Eli thought she was drunk, but God heard her plea and she gave birth to Samuel, who would become a great prophet. Her story reminds us that God listens to the cries of our hearts and can turn our deepest sorrows into joy. Then there's King Hezekiah. When faced with a deadly illness, Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed fervently. He begged God for more time. And what did God do? He added 15 years to Hezekiah's life. This story shows that prayer can change even the most dire circumstances. In the New Testament, we see the apostles praying for Peter's release from prison. Bound by chains and guarded by soldiers, Peter seemed doomed. But the believers prayed earnestly and an angel of the Lord appeared, freeing him. This miraculous event highlights the collective power of prayer and faith. These stories are not just ancient tales, they are powerful reminders of what God can do through prayer in our own lives. So how can we deepen our prayer life? First, set aside regular time for prayer. Just like any relationship, our connection with God grows stronger when we spend time with Him. Find a quiet place free from distractions and speak to Him from your heart. Second, be persistent. Sometimes it may feel like God isn't listening, but remember Daniel, Hannah, and Hezekiah keep praying, trusting that God hears and will answer in His perfect timing. Third, pray with faith. Believe that God is capable of doing the impossible. When we pray with faith, we align ourselves with God's power and purpose. Lastly, pray with others. There's incredible power in collective prayer. When we join together in faith, like the early Christians praying for Peter, we can see God move in extraordinary ways. So let's take inspiration from these biblical heroes and commit to a deeper, more intentional prayer life. Prayer isn't just a ritual, it's a lifeline to God. Through prayer, we can experience His love, guidance, and miraculous power in our lives. Thanks for watching, and may your prayer journey be richly blessed. See you next time.